Hello, how you guys doing? Main things of importance. Reference to these government people. They thought, I guess, they'd come into this country and they'd get into government offices or business. They'd intrude, not business, but whichever. Whoever the people are that are doing this. The teeth are damaged up there again. Dirty government man, what you're trying to do is attempted murder. You think that you're connected to my anatomy or something? You have absolutely no connection to my anatomy. Rule protocols in the media it tells every government man, don't ever put your hands on me. It tells you why. It says, don't ever steal my genetics. Don't ever steal my blood and try to put it in your body, government man. Don't try to steal my identity. Don't try to conflict with the facts of my family tree. Don't try to damage my looks. Don't try to steal my property or land or companies. And in reference to the Royal Protocol, it tells you on that record and that information and those documents that if anybody blocks me from my property, land, or companies or my wealth, they must be arrested. It says on those documents. And another thing, if another celebrity was blocking me from my mansions or a security personnel that was working for that celebrity or any person or executive, it says on those documents, if you block me from my property or land or companies or my wealth, you must be prosecuted. And you can lose everything. There are executive documents that say any executive conspiring against me and my ownership, they can lose everything. They can get sued for everything. It says it on the documents. It says that on the intro documents of a person becoming the executive. If you try to get too big for yourself and you're trying to steal my companies, you must be prosecuted. If you're a politician or a government man trying to steal my wealth or my identity, it says you must be prosecuted and you must be impeached. I'm the owner of what I'm the owner of. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates. The government is not. World Protocol in the media is a documentation of my identity and who my parents are and what I'm the owner of. Not government people. All these government people trying to manipulate, trying to steal my identity. They have to be impeached. The courts aren't even doing their job. This has been going on for over 24 years in reference to my mother, over 40 years in reference to my father. These government people, is the Treasury confused about my identity? Is the Treasury not aware of the information? Then there would be illegal personnel in positions in this country if the government is trying to play tricks. The government is not allowed to sit there and damage and mutilate people's lives, trying to run them into the ground with satellites. You're not allowed to be damaging people's lives by shooting them and trying to steal their money, property, and land. That is conspiring against the laws of this country. Where's my lawsuit monies? How many times have they told you people in government that I was supposed to receive my lawsuit money last week, the week before, numerous years ago? Where's my lawsuit monies? Are you denying the facts of the violations of government? Are you? Where is my lawsuit monies? Then they have to arrest whichever people stealing the postal mail. Obviously, if people say they've sent the monies or the courts said they sent monies, I didn't receive none of it. I'm not even from Indiana. I'm not from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm not from Greenfield, Indiana. Those are fake documents that the people that kidnapped me fucking made. How many times has that got to be mentioned? The Royal Protocol is my real birth certificate. It's in the media 24 hours a day. Why is the government allowing these people to play these tricks? Is the government trying to hold the country hostage? Obviously, the government's mutilating people's looks, trying to junk their lives. Now, what race of people damages people's teeth? What branch of government tries to damage people's teeth to steal their identities? You people don't have any legal right being in this position or any position of government. In those positions, you don't have no right trying to attack this country from government positions, trying to mutilate people's teeth. What country do you politicians work for? You're trying to make the country ugly? You're trying to damage people's teeth? Trying to make people's lives miserable because of your political regime? Who the hell do you think you are? I impeach every one of you that are involved in teeth damage, identity theft, property theft, land theft, financial theft, whoever the fuck you politicians are, you need to get impeached. This country is not your position to rip us off or to rip anybody off. Your political parties are a scam. Your violations are treason. You think you'd be in this country thinking that you thought everybody's life was there for your abuses? That's a violation of first world country laws. You're trying to damage people's teeth, trying to damage their faces, because you're trying to sneak your race into this country to steal people's identities? Even if you're first or whatever generation of your family's been in this country, your activities of satellite mutilations are illegal. You don't have a right stealing teeth. You don't have a right damaging people's teeth. You don't have a right accusing people of things that would cause their teeth to look bad. Such as government people trying to make up alcoholism and smacking people in the teeth. Alcohol is FDA approved. Tobacco products are legal in this country. So what satellite controller is smacking people in the teeth? That person must get prosecuted. That's criminal activity. That's mutilation. That's stealing from people's bodies, government man. You don't have any legal right or any right of any legal power to be smacking people in the teeth, government man. No matter what you're trying to do. You don't have any right stealing my identity. You don't have no right stealing my money. How many politicians know which people are trying to steal my identity? How many politicians are associated with the impersonators that are trying to steal my identity? Those are the people trying to steal my blood too, where they're trying to fake their DNA by trying to steal my blood. But even the Red Cross knows that my DNA is one of a kind. England and France and Italy knows that my DNA is one of a kind. America knows that my DNA is one of a kind. So who the fuck are the people doing it? Who do they think they are? You're not protecting this country, obviously, courts, Treasury Department. You're allowing this shit? You've allowed these government people to play these games? And those politicians get paid by the Treasury? The Treasury prints the money for the politicians' wages in this country? And then they're playing their game of mutilation and junking people's teeth and their lives? Who do you government people think you are? And the Supreme Court, why aren't you stopping the satellite man? There's first world country laws in this country. Government politicians aren't allowed to mutilate people's looks. And back to the point, I don't even drink. I don't drink alcohol, but, you know, it's illegal. And smoking cigarettes is legal. And smoking cigarettes does not damage people's teeth. No, it doesn't. So in reference to the government man and your activities, government man, you're violating human rights, civil rights, freedom rights of existing without government torture and government abuses, government manipulations and government theft. Nothing's ever for sale. I'm the owner of my mother and father's estates forever. I didn't give nothing away to nobody. Never signed, never gave, never sold, never. All their accusations, all their activities are forgeries. Why have you allowed that satellite man to damage my teeth? Tried to say somebody was living a dangerous lifestyle? These dirty government people shot me when I was a little boy. And their dirty government was trying to steal with their political parties. You think government murders are probably the highest ranked murders in this country? Politicians acting like they didn't know what was going on? The activity of government is fraud, violations against government. Why are your government agents acting stupid? You tried to lower my class by damaging my teeth. You tried to lower my identity by trying to damage my teeth. Because you thought what? Because you wanted to steal my identity? You bad government people. That is illegal positions of government. You don't have a right stealing my identity. And look at the history of the databases in this country. You see all kinds of information about veterans' identities getting stolen. Information of databases of people's information or personal information getting stolen. You see that on the news. And you always find out it's some government branch in American government that was stealing people's information. Government faking ways of stealing benefits from people in this country. People trying to play their game of manipulation in their government positions, acting like they don't know what their agents have tried to do in this country. The satellite man's just hitting me in the teeth. He just hit me right there. It's attempted murder. You need to get impeached from all your positions, whichever people are doing that. You don't have no legal right hurting my teeth, government man. My parents didn't do nothing to you. I didn't do nothing to you. And you government people are still trying to steal? Obviously, you know these thieves in America are really bad thieves. They're some of the worst people in the country. And what are they? Are they white-collar crimes? Political thieves? Communists that came into this country thinking they would mess up other people's teeth to steal their identities? You don't sit at everybody's table, government man. Most people wouldn't even allow you to sit at their table, their dinner tables, or breakfast, lunch, or dinner. But you like trying to play games with people's teeth, right? You know, my father spent over $4 billion when I was born buying things. So nobody would ever even have any reason to think about asking me for anything in reference to government thieves or politicians. You know, my father didn't have to do that. My father, spent like $4 billion buying things for me when I was born. And I'm the only child of my father and mother. My mother spent money on me when I was born too. I'm the only child of my mother and father. And these government people trying to steal my sperm, government people trying to steal property and land, government trying to steal my identity is bullshit. They tried to hold me hostage, tried to make me look like a lower class than their illegal politics. Well, all those treasury documents and all those land documents and deeds, property documents are on record, and you're still violating them, and your government office has access to reading that information, and you're still violating my status, government man. You're still violating it. You're still violating who I am and what I'm the owner of, and you don't have no legal right. So who do you think you are, government man? You think just because you're in politics, you thought the American people was at your discretion of abuse? You thought you could just take out your frustrations on people's lives by smacking them in the teeth because you're sick in your brain? You're sick in your thoughts, government man? You tried to call me a junkie? When your people kidnapped me from my mother and father's mansions, and my parents owned some of the largest mansions in this whole country? And you think you're funny, don't you, government man? You're violating property deeds of this country, and they got to prosecute whoever you people are. You're violating privacy. You're violating orifices of the anatomy. You're hitting in the teeth. You're going through the skin. That tooth right there is real loose today. I just looked at it in the mirror. Hello, High C Company and milk and soft drink companies and low chocolate milk company, low food and beverage industry, and the low Chinese restaurants and American restaurant acknowledgements, food and beverage industry. The satellite man has still damaged that tooth. I looked in the mirror, it's real loose. What are you doing this for, government man? To claim that you thought you had a right fucking up other people's looks? Because you're a German Christian or some other race? Are you Middle Easterner or what are you? You're not Mexican, are you? I don't think Mexicans would do that in America. Which politician is doing it? Which satellite man is doing it? I'm friendly with many countries. I'm friendly with Mexican people. I'm friendly with most countries of friendly acknowledgements. Hello, Canada. Hello, China and Japan. Hello, Russia and other friendly countries. Which satellite man is damaging my teeth? Hello, Italy. Which satellite controller is doing that and where do they come from? Which person is doing it? Which person is doing it? You think you got it right, government man? I don't know if you can see the numbers on there, but no, you can't. It says satellite number 2, number 5, number 12, number 6, number 25, number 19, number 29, number 20, 17, 23, 13, and 31. Let's see if this guy in there. I guess you can't. Number 2, number 5, number 12, number 6, 25. Number 12 is really high. Look, you can't see that. It's hard to see. But number 12 is, even when there's on there and you can't see the bars where it shows their activity, I've been getting abused from satellite even though you couldn't see those bars on there. So it doesn't always show the bars on there showing the activity of the satellite, even though you're still getting, even though I was getting hit from satellite. You know, you still, I couldn't even see the bars on some of those because they weren't showing on there because they're trying to block it or something. It's attempted murder. So back to the point, why does this government man think he's got any right trying to torture me? And in reference to my photograph at the Timothy Fielding photography, that government satellite man is trying to hit me right there. And there was some man in California trying to steal my identity. I don't know if he was tied in with the LAPD or who he was. But obviously, some people tried to raid the neighborhood where I had my apartment. Where I was in my apartment. They even had signs on telephone poles saying that this was like a, like the cops had ravished that neighborhood for some odd reason or some shit. Over there by Fountain and Gardner Street. And in reference to the government trespassing, they even had caught Frank, I guess it was Frank Sinatra, breaking into my apartment in California. And then they supposedly, I guess the LAPD had arrested Frank following me around when I was hanging out with girlfriends. And then Frank had tried to get in contact and tried to be, and he tried to get in between me and my girlfriends in California. Who does this man think he is? He had no legal right. And he has tried to murder me several times, and all these other government people have tried to murder me. Frank's conspiring with illegal government. Illegal branches of government too. All his people are. I don't have nothing to do with the man. But they got police reports of Frank stalking me. Because he was trying to steal from me, I guess is what it was. And he tried to murder me. I don't owe that man nothing. My parents didn't owe him nothing. His violations are his violations, or whoever the fuck's doing it. they must get prosecuted. Hey, some people might like music, but this has nothing to do with the activities of music now, does it? Frank's trying to steal my companies, or his government friends are trying to steal my companies. That motherfucker said somebody didn't learn their lesson. Oh, really? You think you're the bosses? I don't know who the fuck you think you're the boss of, motherfucker. You better watch what you're doing, government man, because somebody might do it to you. You better leave me the fuck alone.